And they will say to me directly that no, one must not expose this truth. Yes, you've got the constitution that says all Indians are equal.
The social situation of the scheduled caste or Dalit, I think it's a very auspicious occasion because the 28th March he started the Mahad agitation satyagraha to have an entry to the water, to the tank, and it resulted into violence. As you rightly said, the Brahmin priest in the city of Mahad purified the water by putting the urine of cow and milk, and they purified the water because it was polluted because of the touch by Dr. Ambedkar and others. And then of course Dr. Ambedkar got very agitated about this and a lot of pain, anguish. Then they organized the second conference in 2014 to 2022. Close to 4 lakh cases of discrimination are registered by Dalit under these 2 acts, Prevention of Atrocity Act, which comes to on an average about 14,000 cases per year.
There is a completely flawed concept of merit. Our education system or our bureaucratic entry systems are fair to Dalits and OBCs and tribals. I mean, that's just a complete fallacy because they're culturally not connected to these communities at all. So the entire narrative is an upper caste narrative. This notion of merit is actually itself an unfair idea.
Yeah, the roots of this basically in the caste system. And one has to recognize that the lack of any initiative by the high caste who practice discrimination against the caste system and institution of untouchability is the reason why the discrimination continues. The Manusmriti, they did not have any right to land, but by AD 700, the OBCs were allowed to cultivate the land as a owner and even as a tenant. But the untouchables did not have a right to own the land. But the point that I am making is that the untouchables did not have a right to resources, capital. We have given them instrument through which they can have political power, but that political power is not sufficiently backed by the economic power and even educational power.
The history of the Dalits, the history of the OBCs, the histories of tribals has just been eliminated. I never heard of a Dalit narrative. And then at the same time, there is this idea that is being pushed by the RSS and the BJP, right? Which is basically to destroy their history, to destroy the history of the Dalits and the Adivasis and the OBCs.
Research, writing, curriculum is in the hand of the high caste, and they won't write anything about the untouchable. Because
no, but that history is not available through the main education system. An upper caste boy or girl who's going to a school in New Delhi has no idea about this. You know, that's how they can say things like, oh, I don't see any caste discrimination. Obviously, you don't see caste discrimination. So what they've done is they've given the lower castes the avenue of representative politics. And they've said whoever wants to become MLA, whoever wants to become MP can become. In fact, we will make them. BJP will make them. And then what they've done is they've taken the power out of the representation system. And where is the power? The power is in the institutional framework except the representative framework.
For example, bachelor degree has been now made by 4-year duration. There is no reason why it should be made 4-year duration. Now, additional 1 year means cost. So Dalit and poor people will only take 3-year bachelor, other will take 4-year bachelor.
They'll be underqualified.
They will be underqualified. In the market, if they go with 3-year bachelor and other go with 4-year bachelor, it is the 4-year bachelor which will go. So public education system was the instrument which was used by Congress to give access to the education to everybody. But eventually over a period of time we discovered that there is a huge privatization of the higher education and school education. As on today 50% of the universities are private.
But I think the idea that truth of discrimination in India should be known to everybody, this is a powerful idea.